Mr. People.
Hello. I mean, they're actually seeing it live, right?
Yeah, no, but
No, no, no.
It's
There's
Marinho's way of saying
I mean, it's
hello.
still
It's fine.
future. They're gonna have
Yeah,
a delay until
yeah,
they hear
it's
you.
fine.
they're going to have a delay, and also there will be an archive of the stream, right? A VOD.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, there'll be a vote. Cool. So for the record, today, and I know, I don't know when I'm gonna do this, but there should be a tour of the current state of the thing because believe the last session we implemented the minimap, and a lot of stuff happened between that and now. So probably there should be a tour. I'm not gonna do that today. Anyway,
Yeah, like there was this whole big thing where we did a lot of development very quickly because of a presentation that happened recently. So there's that.
yeah. So there's that, and we also discovered, which is very sad news, that we will be obligated to put TCP or UDP in this thing. But that's a discussion for another day.
I mean, just because we're using TCP or UDP or whatever, it doesn't preclude us from using Erlang types because they have a binary representation.
No,
So
I know, but it's tragedy anyway. I feel like sad, but just by saying what I said.
okay,
Uh, but today we have a goal, which is we want to start implementing. So here's the thing: we develop a bunch of stuff in this thing. We have all of these notion of components that they are generic. They work with. They are basically functions, right? Because there's no objects. And we want to leverage this, which means that we are stuck on Zig forever. Then Magetta wants to implement two board games, right? So and then
I gave the
Marin.
idea. It's not that I want to implement.
No, that's fine. I'm not diminishing the idea.
also he only suggested Mahjong. I was the one who suggested chess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Shogi, right?
so then what we're gonna do? We're gonna leverage the fact that we have these things done now, and we're gonna implement mini games within the major game. Right. So you're gonna go into a place that you're gonna be able to start a session of these two mini games, chess or mahjong, and we want to start implementing that today. So there are a couple of steps. The first one is, well, not the first one, but one of them is to make the server know, like knowledgeable, about the rules of each of the games, so chess or mahjong. Magetta decided that we're not gonna do that first, so we're gonna do the rendering of
Oh,
that
I didn't
first.
decide. I just recommended. I don't think it's a good idea. I
Sure.
need to. Yeah.
Uh, which would be done in Erlang, of course. So that means that we need to. Today's option is to implement the rendering of the thing, which is kind of cool because that means that we can just comment all of this.
Hmm.
Uh, so we can comment all of that. I'm also gonna comment these
That's good
things
design.
and these things, and then we're gonna first, which is gonna be kind of funny because now, okay, here's the thing. What is the proper way, Marinho, to do this? Because until this moment, there was no notion. Well, there was a tiny bit, but not strong notion of separation between game states, right? We have the user registration, user login, the main menu. You're playing the game, and once you play the game, there's nothing deeper. This is just Spawn is just playing the game as it is, selecting your character and connecting to a server. Right now we're gonna have kind of like sub states, if you know what I mean. Like inside this, you can go further, right?
We can
What
go
is
even further beyond.
what is the best way to model this type of thing? Should we just put, I don't know, prefixed like mahjong create?
That depends. Do you want the Mahjong minigame to take up the entire window of the game?
My idea, and I don't know if it's a good idea, is that when you go to the totem, a window will pop up, and that window will show you the available like current gaming sessions, and a button to
Okay.
create your own, and a button to create your own. And once you
Uh,
create your own with all the four players, all the screen will be dominated by the mahjong. That's my idea.
okay, so basically, to
Basically,
create a
If you die
It's
in
great.
the game, you're only gonna know after the Mahjong session ended. That's
So
how.
you could have the four players dead
Yeah,
because a monster spawned while they were playing and they couldn't deal with it.
exactly.
Okay. So basically, hmm. Okay. So basically, the idea is, hmm. I'm thinking we probably don't want a separate tag for the Mahjong session creation specifically
I agree.
because you want to still be able to see the world around you as you do that, right?
Yes, yes. So this will
But
be
then,
inside this thing then, the window, the pop-up.
yeah. But then after you start a mini game, you want that to take over the entire screen, and that's basically what the two players or four in the case of Mahjong are doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So do you think just having these two extra states will be enough?
Probably.
We can start with that, no problem. Okay, so the first thing that you gotta do is to go here and say, hey, your initial thingy is gonna be Mahjong. Your initial thing is gonna be Mahjong. Which basically means that I can now uncomment this because now it's not gonna matter. And then in here we're gonna do Mahjong. And so this is assuming that a window popped up and that we're gonna have to be implemented. That's not implemented yet. And then when that happens, you're gonna either create your thing and put like the name of the session. I don't know. For now, we're not gonna have passwords for that because that's well, doesn't is unnecessary for now. And and either that or something someone already created a session and the server provided you the list, and then you clicked join, and that's it. So if you click join, you're gonna go to this state. What should happen in here? So I'm kind of feeling there should be a mini game folder in here.
Amazing.
Yeah. So and then we're gonna do mini games, mahjong, play, and then in here we're gonna put the game state. Uh,
Amazing.
I have another question, Magetta. Do you want that
Mm.
when playing mahjong we change the soundtrack?
That would probably be a good idea.
Okay,
But yeah,
I figured.
I think that yeah, you don't need to be concerned with that, but yeah, that's probably a nice
You know,
idea.
because I thought about doing a system of like a deck of songs that you can mess around with, but I didn't implement it. But I thought about it when I was implementing the music. Okay, cool.
That's so
So
thoughtful.
thank you. Uh, so then we're gonna do const mini games, and then we're gonna do game mini games. Oh, okay, and I also usually actually we're not gonna have a main.zig in that folder. So this is actually gonna be like this, which means that this is wrong. This is gonna be mahjong. Okay, so mahjong play, and that's it. So then the first question becomes, which type of interface are we looking for? Do you have any sketches,
Uh,
inspiration?
okay, open the browser, check for Mahjong Master N64. I think that's a
Okay,
good one.
okay. So mahjong master N64. Oh, this was the one that you were playing.
Yes,
I see.
I think it's a good one. It's a top-down view. You can see all the boards.
Next question. Can I trust you, Magetta, that you're gonna provide me the assets aside from the
Ooh.
rectangles and the colors?
I what do you okay? What do you need on assets, right?
I need all
You
the
need.
pictures that are showing up.
I mean, you don't need the characters.
No, not the
Uh,
characters, just the pictures of the pieces.
yeah, the pieces I can probably find PNGs in Urban and Place.
Yeah. Actually, maybe it's now time for you to explain to me and Marinho and educate us about what's the deal with this game, actually.
Okay. So can you open another image where you have like not where you don't have the pictures, like the profiles?
Is that picture available?
Uh,
Like this one?
yeah, check this guy. I was watching him play. Man, he played 90 hours of Mahjong. This guy.
Hello, Nathan.
Hello,
Open the
Nathan.
live. Oh, you can't open the live stream, I suppose. But anyway,
What is this timer
uh,
down here?
oh, that's the amount of hours he's
Fuck.
finishing every Nintendo 64 games, and that
Ah,
includes
okay.
playing 8 Mahjong games. So he spent 95 hours playing this garbage. Anyway, um, another guy that was doing the challenge even paid a professional Mahjong player to teach him how to how to beat, and then he beat the game in 30 something hours.
Yeah.
So anyway, what you're seeing is like okay, that works. Let's just stay with that one. So this is the Richi Mahjong variant, which is the Japanese version.
Let's keep one
Uh,
variant for now.
yeah, let's stick with the Japanese. I think that's that's one I like the most. So let's stick with that.
Sure.
And that's the one I know the rules, most of them at least. So the game works like this. I will explain without using the Mahjong terms, okay? Because there's like a bunch of weird terminology,
Mhm.
like Richi, Yaku, Pong, uh,
Yeah, I remember those
Aku.
sounds.
So there's a lot of like weird names. I'll try to use like pedestrian terms. So the game is basically this: you need to arrange a hand that either has triplets of like the same that has, if I recall correctly, 14. Well, it needs to have one pair and the rest only of triplets that are either sequences of like 1, 2, and 3 in any of the three suits. So you have the pins, which is the red balls, the not the red balls, sorry, the little balls, the buttons, and then you have the 1 to 9 on all of them. So the
Wait,
pins,
are you talking
the
about those things here?
uh, are you pointing somewhere? I can see.
Yes, you guys can see
Yeah, yeah. No, I can see your pointer.
this.
Uh,
Is this what you're talking about?
I can't see anything. It's like Emacs on the left side, the browser on the right side. Then I can't see your
You
pointer.
can see my mouse?
No, I can't. Can anyone see?
Marinho, can you
I
see my mouse?
cannot I cannot see your mouse.
That's weird. Did they change that?
Who is
No,
they?
I
Please.
was seeing your pointer. It just disappeared. It's like it froze.
Okay, what about now?
Uh, Move your pointer.
I am moving it. Moving it.
I can see it.
It's invisible.
So apparently
Type something on Emacs.
they did change it.
Yeah, I can see you typing. I just can see your pointer. Huh.
Okay, but then I can point. But anyway, so the things that you are just describing right now about the
Yeah.
balls and all
So
the
look
stuff.
on the bottom. There is like your hand, right?
Okay, okay.
So
Actually pause on there.
okay.
Let me ask first. What are these blue cards, horizontal ones at the bottom?
Those are pins. That's a suit of pins, basically.
A suit of pins.
Yes,
Hmm.
it's like the circles, right? The that you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about the circles. I'm talking about the blue cards, horizontal. So there's an arrow pointing down. Then there is
Oh, I see. Those are
five.
the options. Okay, those are the options of things you can do in this game.
Okay, so these are the moves.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
talking about the tiles, right? It's
No, not
the
the tiles.
other
I'm
way.
talking about the blue horizontal cards at the bottom.
Yeah, those are the. So the first is the go back, like from the selecting, because on this interface of the game, if you look at the video, whatever, you can select up the card that you're gonna discard, the tile you're gonna discard. You see, or
Mm-hmm.
select like to make a pawn or something like that.
Okay.
Uh, then you have on the bottom uh, the other options to beat the game, which you can beat in many ways. So you can beat in a well, I'll not use the terms, but just to say one of them at least. It's when you throw that cigarette on the table, you see there
The
the
cigarette
with a
on the
red
table.
the thing with the stick with a red thing
Oh,
on
do you
it.
mean the third card from left to
Yeah,
right?
yeah. When you have only one tile that you need to beat the game, you can throw that thing and then you gain 1 point, and then you can only beat the game if you have at least 1 point. Okay, and that gives you one. So you can throw that if you have only one piece missing, and then
Sure.
uh, you put all your things down, and then you just wait for that piece, and then you just keep waiting to discard it. That's what the
What's the advantage? What is the positive side of saying I am about to win? What do you gain by doing so?
well, you need to do it, so
Oh,
that's one.
you need to
But
do it. Okay.
you need you need to have 1 point at least, and that's one mode to give you 1 point. The advantage is the you see the cards, the tiles in the middle of the board, like making a square,
Uh,
more of a I don't know,
Wait, we
rectangle.
need to have better naming because I can't
Yeah,
point.
let me see if I can point things up. Can you send me that image? Send me the link. I can share my screen.
Okay. Maybe you need to share the whole screen. I'm already sharing the whole screen, buddy. I'm already doing that.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying sharing my screen.
No, but Nathan said maybe you need to
Okay.
share the whole screen. I'm already doing that. Let me check the feed on OBS. Yeah, on OBS my pointer is in here. That's weird.
So can you
If they
guys see
change
my
that, I'm gonna be pissed.
Firefox?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see my pointer?
Also
Yes.
yes.
Okay, that's better. So this is what I was talking about. This is the thing that you call
Oh,
it's called the Ricci to beat the game. It's
by
this
the way,
here.
I'm gonna say right now before we continue, I want all the sounds produced by Magetta Studios.
Magetta Studios.
So all the sounds, all the yelling, all of that
Well,
should be
I mean,
done dubbed by Magetta.
we can dub the game, right? With characters
Yeah,
speaking.
that's gonna be
But
nice.
anyway, so there's this graveyard in the middle. You can think of
Oh.
it like that.
Oh,
It's
so the
not the
pieces
correct
that you
name
can't see are the player's pieces, and the ones that you can are
because
graveyard.
how the okay. Let me go backtrack and how the game works. You basically start with a hand of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 13, 14. There's one more here that don't think it's here.
Okay.
Um, which is yeah, that seems right. So what happens is you basically discard. You get one piece from here, and then you discard one piece every turn. So it starts on here. You see this thing here,
Uh,
this
this pink
pinkish
thingy?
thingy. Yeah,
Oh, the
it
color
starts
matters.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, this color matters. And there's like you see this symbol. It's the wind. So the table has four winds: north, south, east, west,
Mhm.
and then it starts on east. So that depends on which player it's gonna be the thing. That impacts on your points basically on what you see. This
What is the
is the
27?
wind. 27 is how many turns you need to
Oh,
end
okay.
because you have a limited amount of tiles, right?
Okay.
So you can track the amount of. I think it's. I don't remember how many. I think it's 100 and something. On the Japanese, I
Okay.
think it's 200 something. I'll get the number for you. But you basically get a limited number of tiles, and that means turns, right? So you just go discarding that. You basically get the piece, see what you have in your hand, adjust the thing, and discard one piece, and that's it. So there are multiple ways to win the game, but all of them involve having 1 point. I think we should make the variant to make it easier. I think we should make the variant of the. Uh, I forgot the name of the thing, but there are two rules on the Japanese mahjong, uh, which is one of them is to block your hand from opening your hand. I'll explain that later. It's better if I play the game like with you guys seeing. But
Well,
there's a rule of
you can do that.
like that impedes you to beat the game if you have discarded pieces here with your open hand. where you have your hands with using them.
I have
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
So each time, each one of your turns, you discard a piece and you receive a new one.
Hmm.
Okay. Does do you have can do you have a choice in which one to discard?
You do. You can choose any piece you on your
Okay.
hand.
Do the pieces come from other players' hands or do they come from the middle?
So they come from the middle,
Okay.
but if some player is discarding a piece that you can use to make a sequence,
Uh-huh.
you can use that. For example, this is the green dragon. You see here?
I can't see the dragon at all, I'm afraid, but
Okay,
okay.
but that's like
It's a,
that's in
it's
characters.
actually it's not a drawing of a dragon. It's
Yes,
just a character. Yeah.
yes, it's a character. So this
Mm,
is a dragon. Let me see if there's another here. There is none other. Okay. But all the dragons are
Uh,
being discarded, the green ones. You see here? There's one. Oh, there's this. This is the white dragon.
there's a red one on the left, on the bottom left,
On the bottom left. Where are you seeing that?
do you
right
mean
next to the picture of the brown-haired
yeah.
person.
Is that a dragon? The red one?
Where?
Uh,
Oh, up,
Go up
up,
a little bit and to the right.
right? No, no, no. Too much, too
No, no,
much, too
that's
much.
too much. It's below the center on the
Oh,
bottom
here,
left.
yes. Yes,
Yeah,
but this is also a green one. There's the red. Oh, here. That's the red one. Never
Okay.
mind. So this
yeah,
is the
there it
red
is.
dragon. There are three types: the red, the green, and the white one.
It's kind of hilarious that the white is invisible, but okay.
Well, it's white, right? Okay. So here's the thing. This is a wind. This is a wind. 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 Uh, this is the one of the bamboo, which is this here. So anyway, this is our the this is the three. This is I think if I recall correctly, that's seven.
It's five
Uh,
actually.
five. Okay, I got confused. This is six, right?
Wait a moment.
No, the one
You
on the
need
bottom is nine.
Oh, these are eights. No,
No,
these are
that's
eight and seven.
no, that's backwards. That's
Six.
a six and a seven actually.
Six and a seven. Okay, whatever. I don't recall
Wait
this.
a moment. Do you need you said that you need to make a sequence like in poker. Are we talking about the sequence of the using all the pieces?
No, I mean, here's the thing. You see here this hand?
Yeah,
It has two, three, and four. That's a sequence.
I can count. That's nice.
So it could also be three of these two. You see? If it's three of like two, 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 that's also a sequence. I mean,
Oh, so
not
they
really.
have different kinds of combos, also like in poker.
Yeah, exactly. Like in poker.
Okay.
Uh, the thing here is this piece here, by the way, is the Dora in the Japanese one. So if you
Uh-huh.
make a hand using this, it's not like a Joker that you can use with any card, but it gives you additional points. So you can make a powerful hand with the Dora. Uh, and then you need a so you basically need to complete triplets and two repeated. And of course, if you make two repeated with like a dragon, let's say, that's worth more points than just making with two pins, right? That's worth less.
Mhm.
Um, but here's okay. How the game flows is each person will goes discarding their pieces, and then you can see more or less what the person doesn't need, right?
Oh
Or
yeah.
it seems like they don't need at this point. The difference is I can use that to my advantage as well because, for example, I discarded this dragon, but I receive another, and then you think of discarding that to discard another piece that's more important, but then you happen to receive another of that. Then you have a double, you see, and
Yeah.
then you can make a triplet of that, and then you can depend on that to beat the game, and then you can mislead people. You
Okay,
see?
I have a question. Uh, do about my hand, the sequence of pieces on the bottom above the options of actions, I guess. Uh, I noticed that the first five pieces they have a particular drawing style. So they
The
have some
first
purple
five
balls
pieces.
and some red balls as
This.
well. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I noticed that in the middle we have some black and red writings in probably Japanese. Then we
That's
have the green
mm,
thingies that you can, as I said, I can count them.
Those are
Do
like
is
suits in poker.
yeah.
are those like what is the difference between those? Is just an artistic choice? What are the difference between those things?
They're like three suits, as Mario said, in poker or like a random card game, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So they're like spades,
How many are
clubs,
there?
hearts. Only three.
Only three.
It's only these three that you have here. Like bamboo. They have a name, by the way. Let me remind of the name. I
Wait,
don't
you said that
remember.
there are only three. So dragons, they don't have suits, or do
Yeah,
they?
dragons. They are standalone. They are their own thing.
Oh, they are their own thing. Okay.
Yeah.
What
So
about the Dora thing? Is that how you say it?
Dora, yes.
Is
That's
that a
the
special thing?
that's like just a piece that you select on the beginning of the game, and then if you make your hand with that, it's like additional points. It also has some additional stuff, but you don't need to know that now. That's more confusing. You see this wind here?
Oh yeah.
Which one is this, Marinho? I don't recall.
Yeah, and by the
East.
way, for the recording, Marinho
East.
knows Japanese.
Okay.
A little bit. I'm not that good at it. Vinicius is probably way better at this point.
Oh yeah, definitely. But here is the this is the east, and east is the table. So if you build your hand using winds that favor you, so for example, this is east, and then you can rearrange the table, right? So you have like north, south, and west on the other sides, respectively.
Wait, I don't understand what you mean by rearrange.
Like if the east is here, right? Then
Yeah.
this guy starts, and then the winds change on the table, right?
Oh, so everybody follows, assuming that the guy is east.
Yes,
I see.
exactly.
I see. I
And
see.
the table, because you still can direct the north and south, right? In that case.
Uh huh. I have more
Um,
questions. You
mhm.
said that the color in the 27 thingy there, the colors they matter. What do they mean? What do the pink, the red, and the yellow?
The pink, the red, and the yellow.
Yeah, you
Pink,
see
the
the
red.
27 in the middle there?
Yes.
So you see that there is some
Oh, here.
colors surrounding it?
Oh no, this is just like who starts, basically. This is the amount of turns that it needs to beat, basically.
Oh, so the
Yeah, this is
yellow
the
is just another
yeah
representation of how many rounds there are left.
yeah. This is just the game stuff.
And what is the red?
That's the
Not
East, right?
yeah. It's where it's pointing, right?
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Well, I don't know about this
Holy
actually
fuck.
because this is the east. Not sure about
Okay,
this.
do the combos have a
It might be the
similar
wind because it
comparison
can
to
be like.
poker?
Sorry, what?
Because in poker, the combos they have different weights. They are
Oh yeah, they do.
differently strong.
Yes, there are some like if you make it only a true, you can make a special cases like for example, only doubles. You can make that. So for example, I make a hand of only of all the suits of only doubles. That's worth more than just making a hand with triplets of one suit, right?
Oh, okay, so different kinds matters more.
Yes, they
Uh-huh.
have different weights on calculating. There is a
Holy
function that we can
fuck.
use to calculate. I think it's on like an equation.
Uh,
Uh,
okay, so I can ask about the combos later. They don't really matter.
yeah.
So, okay, now I want to ask about the thing about you said. Can I steal pieces from other players?
You can open in your hand. So, for example, people can see my pieces. Well, it seems like they can, but they can't,
No, they
right? See
can't.
my
It's a
pieces.
perspective thing.
Yeah, they can see my pieces, my tiles. If you open your hand, they will be able to see the pieces that you are comboing. So, for example, I have two dragons, and then somebody discards one another green dragon.
Yeah.
So I can pick that dragon and make a pawn, and then put the dragon here, which is this here. You see?
Wait, I don't know what. Can you repeat all of that? I'm sorry.
So I have two dragons in my hand, and then
Yes.
somebody is about to discard the dragon. I can pick that
What?
dragon
Wait,
and make
stop
a
there.
pawn.
What does it mean to say about to discard?
No, they are discarding. Like they just
So they did
show that
it.
they're discarding the. They did discard, and then you see that they have it, and then you
Uh
just
huh.
go and pick it.
Oh, so okay,
You
so
don't
can
need to
you
wait
can
your turn.
interrupt them after they discard?
Yes, you can interrupt them. You don't need to wait your turn. You immediately pick the
Ah.
piece.
Okay, okay, okay. So there's some that okay, I like it. I like it.
Uh, so you can do that with like basically any piece that you can build, and the dragon gives you one yaku, which is a point basically. So
Wait, after you do the interruption of the to steal the dragon, what happens to your hand? Do you need to show the
well,
hand to
now
people?
you have three pieces less in your hand, right? You don't need to
Yes.
show your hand, but you need to show the dragon's ear with this mode here. You see,
Okay.
and then you can show here. You can have 3 dragons, and if you happen to have from here, you can do the same. But if you have 4, you make a kun, which is this here. You see?
I have a question. Once you do that and you expose the dragons, they are lost forever. In that you cannot
And it
reuse them.
becomes yes, and it becomes more difficult because now you have less pieces in your hand
Yeah,
to
less
maneuver.
pieces. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So
But
you
those
have less
points are now
options.
guaranteed.
Yes, the problem is
Ah,
you need to continue making the triplets and the
so
fourth.
it's a safety measure.
I think it's actually more dangerous to do that. It's harder. I mean, you gain more points doing that, and depending on the game, it might be easier. Like because it's more aggressive, right? If you play with Ricci, it's more defensive. If you play with opening your hand, it's more aggressive. So it depends on what the game you want to build.
Ah, I see, I see, I
Um,
see. I see.
Let me see what else do I have to say.
Wait,
You
wait.
can do that
I
with
think I
this.
interrupted you by accident about the cigarette. Is that what you called it?
Oh yeah, the Ricci. Yes, the
Yeah.
cigarette.
What is that?
That gives you 1 point. On like these things here are the points you have, right?
Oh,
Table. So this here is what you control to give you 1 point. If
what?
there's a draw that is like it ends here and nobody makes anything, then you play again, but you carry over 1 point.
No,
So it
but
should upper the counter here.
what is the criteria to like to click the button, the the third blue button from left to right? What is the condition that I can press that?
The condition is you only have 1 piece left
Oh,
to complete your hand.
and once you press that, what happens?
If you press that, you throw that Ricci, and then
Yeah.
if some player discards that piece, you can steal that piece and then beat the game. That's called a
But
rom.
why would they do that? Do they know the piece that I need?
No, they don't. That's the
Ah.
point. That's the thrill.
Oh, okay. So it's a one like all in like in poker then.
I don't know poker, so
Okay, so in poker there is a move in which when you establish all in, you're basically saying all of my money is on the table. This is the round that either I die or I won everything.
okay.
It seems to me that this is kind of the equivalent because I'm basically saying I am one piece away
From winning,
from
yes.
winning, but when you say winning, you are not we are not doing the counting of the points. It's just a straight up black and white condition. If I do the hitch, the what's the name, hitchy?
Ricci, yeah.
Yeah. If I do that and I win,
Ichi.
even if you have more points, I win anyway. Is that it?
Wait, say the last part again. I'm not sure if I
Yes.
got it.
Let's say that I am that the condition activates. So now I can press the button, and then I press the button,
Hmm.
which means that I'm putting that white piece with the yellow dot in on the table. My question is, does that mean that if I actually get the piece that I'm missing, I win regardless of of how many points I have, or do the points still matter?
If you win through a tile coming from the table
Yes,
and
yes.
you weren't expecting, and you happen to discard 1 tile and then you get it, that's a won. That's a rom, which is winning via. No, no, sorry. Rom is winning by a discard the tile.
No,
So
no,
that's
but
from
let's talk
somebody
about
else.
the cigarette thing. I pressed the button there,
Yeah.
and then the piece that I was asking for came. So I made my game. But
Yeah.
then my question is, are we gonna count points or I just win?
Uh, you wait. What do you mean count points? If you throw this and then you win,
Yeah.
then you have 2 modes. You either got a piece that you lacked because of somebody discarding it,
Yes.
or you make a sumo with the pieces without this. But with this, you have either discard or getting from the tile mount.
Okay. So I'm
And
actually
by the way, if you steal the piece of somebody that discarded when you are in Ricci, that person loses more points to you.
yeah. That's what I'm confused about. It seems to me that there is a pointing system that each round people get points. How does that
You
work?
start with points and then you go losing or winning.
Oh, so it is like poker as well. Oh no, but you can win
You
points.
can win.
How do
Yes, I
you win
mean
points?
you win from. So there depends, man. That you will depend on the calculation of your hand, and it's always points. I'm not sure if it's always points from other people or there is a bank. I don't know. Depend on the mode of the calculation. Uh, but you win. You certainly steal points of other people, and everybody starts with the same. Like I don't know. I think it's
Okay,
50,
I think, but
50,000.
anyway, I think that's enough for us to start programming. I think it's fine. I
The
think I
other
know we
mode of
know enough.
winning, by the way, the other mode of winning is you can win by uh I think it's like they call self drawing a tile. So you just happen to have like to get the tile here, and then you can call sumo, and then you and then you win with
Okay.
that. That's the other
I
thing.
guarantee you, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna repeat some questions in the way, but I think we can
It's
start.
a lot of rules, and I haven't played for like some time now, and starting to forget the stuff.
Okay, so I propose. Okay, so can you guys go back to my screen? I'm starting to code stuff.
I'll go have dinner real quick.
Sure.
Just bootstrap like some tiles,
Yeah.
some
Marinho.
blocks. Whatever. Be right back.
Okay.
So I think we can start with piece.zig, right? Because as far as I can tell, you guys told me that there is something called a suit, right? Right. You guys told me that this is
Uh,
a thing.
yes,
So it
it is.
seems to me that we have dragons. It seems to me that we have bamboo. And I
That's not
read
how you spell bamboo, by the way.
in Portuguese it is. What is in English?
It's the bamboo with double O instead of a U.
Oh, okay. And then I forgot the rest. Um, so Mahjong suits. Mahjong tiles. Okay, let's actually call this tiles because the seems to be the proper naming. Can we anyway?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And oh, I didn't save it. Makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Suits. Okay, so there's circles, bamboos, and characters. And here's the part that sucks. Apparently there are variants, right, of this game. Which variant should
Yeah,
we care?
we're doing the Japanese variant
Oh,
because
dragons. There are dragons here as well.
yeah, there are dragons.
Uh-huh. Okay, so uh,
I posted a link
where?
on Discord.
Oh, Japanese mahjong. Thank you, Marina. Okay, here it is. Named as each tile consists of a number of circles. Wait. In
Yeah,
in
it's not a
Maget.
fancy table like the other page, but
No, yeah, but I don't see the wind tiles though.
well, they are at the bottom of your current screen.
The bottom.
No, no, go back to the article.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I see them in here. I'm asking here.
uh, well, um, there are a
This is
bunch of
bamboo.
south winds on the discards. Okay, there's one in the very center as well in the Dota.
Wait, you mean these ones? Oh, you can see my thing, right?
I cannot see your pointer. Yeah,
What the fuck did they change?
and there's a north wind in the discard as well.
Wait a moment. Man, I'm not changing anything. It's just not doing the shit. Anyway, in this thing. Okay, can you see the Wikipedia page that I'm on right now?
Yes, I can.
So I want to understand how you go from these to these, or if they do not have anything in common with each other.
They are the same. It's just the Japanese variant actually has fewer tiles.
Okay, but how are we gonna name them? Because let's okay, so pin named as each type consists of a number of circle. Let's call this suit circle then. So this is an enum. This is an enum. So this is circle. Then there's the bamboo. Bamboo. And here's my question. These third ones, men, named as each type consists of a number of 10,000s, ten
Man, not
thousands,
man.
man. Okay. Originally this was 10,000 coins made up of 100 strings of each 100 coins each. The kanji of number 5 usually becomes this thing. So these are what this other page calls characters.
Yes.
Okay, let's call it characters. Okay. Then
It
it comes
doesn't
the
have the
question.
same number of letters. No.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same number of letters, but that's fine. Here's my question. The Are wind tiles and dragon tiles different suits, or do they participate from characters?
They are not characters. Like they are not. They are kind of their own thing.
Okay, so are we going to classify them as different suits as well?
Probably.
Okay, okay. So we're going to have wind and dragons. Okay,
Uh, we should probably make the suits singular, like as a convention.
okay. So we have dragon. Now it comes the next question. Uh, we have the different suits. We have the different suits. Uh, how are we going to know what are the available pieces of that particular suit? Because in the case of these three, we can know because they are all tens, right? All of them go from 1 to 10,
They go from 1 to 9 actually.
1 to 9. But what about the other two, though? Because we have the wind tiles, which are only 4, and the dragon tiles, which are only 3.
Uh, we can make
Are
we
these
can make a
images public,
tile.
by the way? Do you happen to know?
They might be actually. A lot of stuff from Wikipedia is actually. Yeah, no, you should click. You should click actually. Uh,
Oh, it's saying own work. So
no, no, but look at the bottom. Is CC Creative Commons. Um, by is attribution and SA is share alike.
what does that mean?
Uh, Share alike is kind of like the GPL where derivatives needs to also have the same license. It's kind of like that, except it's used for stuff that is not code, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can deal with that later. So now I want to make a tile.
We should
Tile.
probably make a tile be a tagged union, actually.
A tagged union. That's interesting. A tagged union, you say. So then I'm gonna put union here.
No, no, no. A suit is an enum. A tile is a tagged union.
So union of
But
suit.
yes,
Okay. So in the case of a circle, we have only a number, I believe.
1 to 9. We could make another enum for 9,
For
actually.
for what? Sorry.
We could make a separate enum for the numbers from 1 to 9.
Should we do that?
Uh, well, if we want to be precisely correct, we should.
Okay. So
Also, you're missing a bunch of semicolons.
oh, you mean here.
Yeah.
So number. This is also in enum, and we're gonna have one. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's it.
By the way, you can actually assign the numeric value of each tag in the enum. I actually did that in the example in Zero for the card shuffling.
Yeah, but that, do you have any benefit of doing so?
We can make the numeric value match the name of the tag.
Yeah, no, that part I know, but I thought, like, what happens if I just do the first one? In C, the GCC just continues counting. What happens in here?
I'm not sure actually. I think Zig will also continue counting, but I'm not entirely sure.
No, it's not gonna hurt doing it like this. And there is something that we align.
Just do
No, but there
just do a
is
Zig format, man.
no, but there is a thing. Yes.
Yeah, when you run the formatter, that's actually going to undo the alignment,
So then
probably.
that sucks. But okay. Cool. So a circle should be number then.
It sh- yeah, it should be number. Bamboo
The
and character should also be numbers.
character should be number.
And then for dragon and wind, we should make two more enums, one for color and one for direction.
Okay, so direction, we have this enum. So we're gonna have east, west, north, south. Cool. And then we also gonna have, you said color, right?
Yeah, color, which is red, green, and white.
Oops. Red, green, white. Cool. And then in here, we're gonna have wind, which is gonna be direction, and we're gonna have dragon, which is color. Interesting, interesting. So I want, and I think this will require some metaprogramming shit. I think we should define a deck. What do you say?
Uh, we can do that. I think, if I remember correctly, there are four copies of each tile, basically.
Yeah, no, but we need to, like, how can I say this? Is that a struct?
A deck would actually be an array of tiles.
An array of tiles.
Yes.
How are we gonna know that a generated deck is correct?
Well, it needs to have four copies of each tile.
Well, okay. So I can just do a type alias then. So const deck is equal to this thing, and you said four of each.
Yes, so it's like
So each four of one of those for each. So there are 40 of these, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, no, actually, it's 4 times 9 is, in
36.
fact, 36.
Same thing with this. Same thing with this. No, yeah, but that's the thing. I think we could do pentaprogramming to discover that number instead of doing it by hand. But okay.
We could just, you know,
Four,
do.
four, and this is three, four, so it's 12.
We could just multiply, like, we could just count the number of tags of each enum and multiply that by 4. And for the numbers, we multiply that by 3 because there are 3 suits that use numbers.
Exactly. But where are we doing some sort of that similar metaprogramming? We're doing that with the error, I believe, right? This thing.
Yeah, although this one is constructing a type, the one that we're doing for the tile is just counting, so it's way simpler.
Well, it is kind of simpler, but it will be some sort of mad metaprogramming like that. Cool.
No, it's literally just counting.
Uh, okay.
Although um, we could do something using the type info of a tile because the tile contains all the information that we need, right? It enumerates all the possible suits and associates the corresponding values of each suit. Um,
No, yeah, I know, but I never did this before. So how do you start doing that? What do we want? We want to create this thing, right? We want to do a number here and then tile here, right?
Basically, yes.
So how to construct that? How to construct that?
You can just do square brackets, number, and tile, but then you need to actually compute the number, which is going to be slightly non-trivial.
Yeah, so it's gonna be so then this um, and how I'm gonna what is the syntax to say that the number is about to be defined?
You don't have to do that actually because declarations in a struct are order independent.
Okay, cool.
Although we should probably name that something else, like deck size or something.
Deck size. Uh-huh.
And then we do pub const deck size, and then we compute the thing, which is going to be kind of fun.
Okay, so pub const deck size. Let's do it. How do you start by writing that?
Uh, okay, we probably want to do a labeled block because this will have um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, this will have a bunch of stuff. So we need to grab the type info of tile. Um,
Okay, so const tile info type info tile.
yeah, and do a dot union on that because we know it's a union.
We know it's a union. That's fine.
Then we need to grab the underlying enum, which is I think it's tag type the field, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, we can
Man,
also
it's been a while
construct.
since
Yeah, we
it's been a while.
exactly. It's been a while. It's
Um,
been a freaking while, dude. Um, so we want the built-in, right? Type info.
built-in, yeah, built-in, and there's a type in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
don't look at the documentation. No, it's in the std library. There's a built-in namespace which
called
contains built-in. It's literally called built-in.
built. Oh, here.
Yeah, and there's type on the right
Type,
column up there.
and then we want the union. And yeah, there is a tag type thing in here.
Oh, we have the fields as well. Yeah, actually, we just need the fields, in fact. So if
Okay,
you go
so
to the
for
fields,
tile info fields, field, there is a type and there's a name.
yeah, we actually don't care about the name. We do care about the type, though. Uh, so we'll do fields.type. That will be the corresponding type of it for the tag.
Repeat.
And you do fields.type. That will give you the type for that particular tag. Um, you grab the type info of that actually.
I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Mageta.
Hello.
And then you do dot enum because we know it's going to be an enum.
Uh-huh.
And then you do dot. Um,
I think there is a field for that as well in here.
I think it's fields. Yeah, just fields.len.
Fields len. And
And
then
then
we're
you
gonna add
multiply.
that, multiply that by
Yeah, you
4.
multiply that by 4 because there are 4 tiles of each type, and then you add that to the total.
Oh, there are four. Okay.
That's not how you do that.
136. Yes, I knew it was like three something. 36.
It
That's
is
about
something
right.
like break.
Break, block, total. Yeah.
By the way, I know how to do the some of the rules in Postgres.
Wow,
Uh,
that dinner was productive.
it was. I can just use select order by random, and then that will give me a random tile each turn. So I can
You
just
need
call
to
that from
yeah,
functions.
and you need to keep track of the tiles that were already drawn from the pile as well, right?
Yeah, so I can just do a function with like temporary tables for each game.
Okay, I have another question, Marinho. Should we make a function that gets a deck and tells us if it's a valid deck?
Uh, you mean, what do you mean by deck? You mean the hand
This
or
is a
the?
deck.
But like, do we actually need to know that when rendering the game? I don't
Well,
think we do
no,
actually.
not in the rendering, but okay. Let's actually share this with Magetta because maybe we were wrong and we're going to discover now. Magetta,
Hmm,
my understanding and Marinho's as well is that both the client will simulate the game and the server.
okay.
My initial idea was that the client would not play the game and it would only display the available moves for each player. But then Marinho pointed out that that would make the gaming experience kind of bad because it would kind of be laggy, right? You have to wait for the server to provide you the available options for plays.
Yes, that's true.
So then, okay, then we're gonna have to play the game twice in the server and the client. Then that's why we made this deck thingy because then the client will be able to know that oh we have this amount of tiles here. They respect that we have four of each piece.
No, that's all
Uh,
fine, Lemos. The problem is that the state of the pile of the undrawn tiles is actually not something that the client knows. That's hidden information in the game.
wait, repeat.
Like you don't know in general which tiles are in the pile waiting to be drawn.
No, you don't know that. Oh wait, that's what you said. I thought we would know that, but then only the
No.
server knows that.
Yes, the client should know the same thing that the player knows, right? And the player doesn't know what's in the pile that hasn't been drawn yet. He can infer
Oh wait, my
partially based on tiles.
I'm gonna assume it was me. Hello? Oh, hello?
oh,
Hello?
okay, I can hear you now.
I can't hear neither of you guys. Both guys are choppy.
Oh man, it's horrible sound.
Hello? Discord being Discord. Hello? Hello?
Oh man, let me quit real quick. I'll be right back.
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Oh, now you guys are back.
Oh, now it's better. Okay.
Okay.
That was weird. Uh,
Uh,
okay, so Magetta, while you were away, we made this thing. So can you please double check?
you you are not sharing the screen, by the way.
Oh, oh, I left the call. Makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So we made this thing.
Circle, bamboo. It's actually ping, but okay. Do you want? Oh, if you want to use the actual names, I have them
No, the
here.
actual names are in the Wikipedia that Marinho found.
But we
Yeah, it's
Lemos
like
didn't actually use the actual names. He just used like yeah.
These names from the other Wikipedia page.
yeah, it's so I think ping. I know the last one I don't remember.
Mun,
Mung.
Mon.
apparently.
Okay, and then it's just the counting, right? So it's e ping, so yeah, e1.
So we have these suits, then we have the numbers, then we have direction and color, and then a tile is a tagged union, basically.
It's amazing what you can achieve by just naming numbers.
That's fair.
That's see.
And then instead of doing the math every time, especially because I assume that maybe some variants you have more pieces than just this. This is already doing the calculation using metaprogramming to know the size of the. What's the name
Mhm.
of this in the game? Pile?
Well, I guess you can call Pio, yes. I'm not sure the name actually.
Okay, pile. Cool.
By the way,
Uh,
do you want to see the main Mahjong thing that people use?
the main. What do you mean?
Yeah, the main tool, like the main game, like
Oh,
an
sure.
online thing. Search for Mahjong Soul.
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 Bene would be proud.
Yes. And man, you need to choose an avatar that is a pretty like an anime girl. Like you don't even have the option. You have to.
Yeah,
This
but the
is just
graphics are pretty similar to what we are going for.
yeah.
This and this. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. So I think it's time for us to start drawing stuff on the screen. So let's do that.
Uh, but yeah, I was saying we don't actually need to know the deck size on the client because like the client doesn't know what's not being drawn yet, right? The client only knows
Hmm.
what's in the client's own hand, what's in the discard piles of each player, and how many tiles each player holds, which
Oh,
is a constant
actually,
number.
let's actually do that before drawing. Let's make a player. Um, so what is a player? What is a player? Uh, I'm inclined to say that it is a struct, and I don't know. We can start with the name, a name of the player. This is not final. Nothing here is final. It's just sketch today. You said discard pile. Is there a limited size of discards?
Not that I'm aware.
It's
I mean, there
implied
is
by the number of tiles in
yes,
the game.
there is mathematically, right? But I don't think that that's something that easily can happen.
So in here, which one do I need? I don't need this thing. Let's keep Raylib and Raymath for now. And then in here, I'm gonna use the tiles. Right, tiles. So we don't know the size of this thing for now then. So tile. There is the hand, which is also a thingy like this. What else?
Actually, the hand has a
Points.
fixed size, no?
The hand has a fixed size, yes.
What is the size of the hand?
I think it's 15, counting with the. I mean, it's always 14, but there is one more piece that comes in
Okay, so I'm gonna put
each
15.
time. I think it's 15. Let me confirm that.
That's fine. Then we
Japanese.
have points. And this one we can 100% say starts at 0.
How many points can you get in a single game?
No idea. That will depend on. I mean, mathematically, I think you can calculate, but it will depend on the amount of amount of points that have been carried over, the amount of points that you have, the combination of your hand,
Well,
and the molded one.
we don't really need an exact number, just order of magnitude. How many?
Oh, it's in thousands. So put like 50,000 to. It ranges
Uh,
through negative pointers, negative values, so you can
I6,
actually be in debt.
I16 then.
Wow, you can be in depth. Okay,
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I mean, yeah, 16 should be fine.
Cool. To do. What else?
Mm,
Oh, I would put not point. Yaku. Make a Yaku.
Hmm?
Yaku.
What is that?
The points that you have in your hand to beat. You need at
Fuck.
least one Yaku to win.
How to write that down?
Uh,
YAAU.
YAKU.
Wait, Bene is watching the stream.
Okay.
Hello, Bene.
Why is he not here?
Maybe he's, I
Because
don't know, having
maybe
dinner,
he is. I
watching
don't
us.
know.
That sounds unpleasant, but maybe he's doing that.
Okay, can you guys say again because I was reading the chat.
YAKU.
Discord blocked me.
That's funny. Say the
That's
least.
wild.
Why? How?
That's good questions. Those are very good questions. Okay, now seriously, Magetta, please tell me how to write the shit.
Y A
Y
K
A
U.
K U. And what is this
Yeah.
again? Because I already forgot. How
These
many
are the
points?
points. Yeah, these are the points that you have in your hand that enable you to beat the game, like to beat your hand,
That you have in your hand that
to perform a
enable you
retreat, blah blah blah. Right?
enable you to win the game.
Should we have flags like that? I think we're gonna have on the database side, like this player is in Grichi, like
Oh,
you need to know that.
state. Good. State. So what would you say? Uh, what would you say would be the normal state of a player?
The normal state.
Idle.
Well, I guess
Okay. What are the possible states that I can be in?
Richi.
The.
I would call the RIICHI,
Uh huh.
and I think that's it.
Only those two states.
I mean, there might be more, but to get started, just put those two.
Okay. Okay. So then we have state. Interesting.
Because you are
Oh,
in Ricci, you are not idle, so you are contractually obligated to keep doing stuff. Doesn't matter what it is, you just need to not be idle.
it could be a bull, right?
Freaking Boolean. Although that's not nearly as bad in a struct because the layout is not defined, so it could, in principle, be actually a single bit. It's just I'm not sure if the current compiler does that if you don't use a packed struct, but yeah.
That's nice.
By the way, this string is very smooth. We're getting almost real time.
That's nice. Okay, what else? We have the name, we have the discard pile, we have the hand, we have the points, we
I'll
have
be
the
right
Yaku,
back.
and we have the state. Are we missing anything else?
Uh, I think that's it.
Okay,
Like at least for us to
okay.
continue with the idea, I
I
think we
actually
can.
have, I do have a question. Actually, I can ask this later. That's not necessary for now. Okay, so now it's time. Let's draw a player. Let's draw a
Well,
player.
now the Trash Lord just joined.
Trash Lord.
Oh man. So here, don't log off a Discord session, especially every session ever, because you have to remember to click on the email with your cell phone because it doesn't work when I
You
open.
know what I discovered?
Mm,
Discord uses a old version of Electrum that doesn't work with Wayland, the Wayland API. So it doesn't work with the X Wayland thingy, which is the
Oh
converter for X11 to Wayland, right? So
yes,
it just that's why it keeps loading. So I need to load my entire system in Zorg
based.
in a cringe, like in a giant display, and see everything very small. Like thank you, Discord.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
Microsoft, for inventing Electron and
Yes.
making people use that crap. Is there something worse than Electron ever? Electron and Booleans,
Oh,
right?
there is JavaScript that created Electrum.
Electrum and Booleans.
Electrum bullets. Uh,
We're also gonna need the tiles. That's cool. Okay, so what should we start trying to draw, Mageta? Do you think we should start to draw the hand of the player first, or what do you have in
let's
mind?
think. Uh, I think we should try to draw the player's hand. Yes.
Okay. So we have a player, so we know its hand, so we can just draw that. I am inclined to make a function called draw tile, and it's gonna be void for now. So what do you want to do? Remind me of a thing. The tiles. Can you click on them?
Yes, you should be able
Does
to
that
select
matter?
them.
Oh, they
Well,
are
you should be able.
selectables even.
Yeah, you're selecting which one you want to discard, right? That's all. That's the only action you
Oh,
do.
that's very interesting, dude. That's very
What?
fucking interesting.
What do you mean? That's just the obvious, man.
It's not obvious because now I see that the tiles are selectable buttons.
Oh, I see. I see.
They are
They're like buttons. They
selectables.
behave like
Interesting.
buttons. Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
I
So,
mean, it's more like you know the bar that we have on the bottom of Lyceum, like when you load the game, and then you have the 1, 2, 3 thing.
yeah,
It's more like that.
yeah. It's no, it is more like that. But they have the 1, 2, 3, like the hotbar of the skills.
They
That
stay.
is not a selectable thing at all. They don't behave like selectables because selectables,
What do you mean by
they.
select, by the way, in this
Do
case?
you know when you're selecting your character? Have you noticed that when you click the character, it stays selected across the frames?
No, no, that's not what I meant on selected. I meant you just hover over the card, over the tiles, and then it will just pop up to indicate that it is, or you make like some
When you
aura.
click to discard, do you actually do like is there a
No, man.
second button?
That's the only other game, by the way, Benay, that has that most people use.
Do you select the tile and then you press a commit button, or you click and it just goes?
Can you search other screenshots of this game? Oh, by the way, you see that the hand? That's an open hand. You see the tiles on the right?
Ah, here. Oh, you can
Man,
see my cursor.
search for a video of this. Oh, will we get a strike if we do that?
I don't think so, but my question is simpler. When regardless on if it is on the screen right now or not, when you're about to discard a piece, do you click on the piece and it just goes away, or you
Yeah,
select on it and
you
there's a
click and
commit
it goes
button?
away. Yeah,
Oh, you just click on it.
yeah.
Okay, so that means that they are okay. It's easier because then it's just a bunch of buttons. Cool, just a bunch of buttons. Just a bunch of buttons. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that I need to go to here and I need to copy paste some code. Yeah, this thing. I need to copy paste this thing. Um, so let's go into main. So the first thing that I will need is to allocate the buttons. Yeah. So let me put this code here for now. And let's pick a button. So button import. And let's say that this is this component button. Button Zig. Okay, so now I have my button. And now I need to allocate a bunch of buttons. So we know that the amount of things that I'm gonna have is the same as the size of the hand of the player. So let's say that I'm gonna have my tiles, right? So var var tiles, right? Let's say that this is p hand size, and I just also this is wrong because the hand size actually lives inside this guy, and this is gonna be a bunch of clickables, clickable. And my understanding is that I can just I need to say that this is empty, but I forgot how to do that. Then what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a for loop going from all the available buttons. So it's gonna be 0 dot dot player hand size. I don't care about this guy. And then we're gonna say tiles. Actually, we do care about this because I need to do this. And then we're gonna allocate. We're gonna allocate the thing. And it just reminds me that I need the game state then, which is gonna be game state. Game state. And we're gonna also receive a play for now. So now I need to copy paste, yeah, this thing. So there it is. There it is. So we have menu assets. So I believe menu assets lives inside the game state like this. And for now, the tiles will have the clickable sounds as the other buttons in the game. Cool. Cool. For now, I'm gonna copy paste this, and now that means that I can just draw tile, and I'm gonna pass tiles this to here. I'm gonna press those things, and now I'm gonna draw them. Now I'm gonna draw them. So here's the thing: they're gonna have fixed size because they are tiles; they are the same. But we need to be able to change their positions, which means that I need to receive a tile. Let's call it T. Tile style. And I also need to receive the position, which is gonna be vector2. Cool. Now I draw the thing. So how am I doing that in the spells? How am I doing that? Oh, oh yeah, I remember what I did. We need something called, I don't know, tile size? I don't know. Yeah, it can be tile size. Let's grab Raylib, put it in here, and then we're gonna say tile size, which is a vector2. So for now, let's say that this is a, I don't know, 20 and by 40, whatever. 40. Then the initial position, so var in position, so that's gonna be initial position. We can be 10, 10. I can later do the same trick that I did for the spells to be centered on the screen. After that, we're gonna do position x is gonna be tiles, tile size x, and let's put some padding. I don't know, 5. And this we just do that forever. And now I just draw the buttons. So I need to copy paste more code. Button. So there should be a function called at. No. Yeah, this thing. So let's paste it in here. Draw tile. Yeah, but these are a bunch of buttons actually. So I need the tile and the button. I need the tile and the button. So let's pass the button. Let's call this tile buttons. Buttons. And we're also gonna do player.hand I. That's it. So now I receive a tile and I also receive a button, which is gonna be button clickable. So B. What should be the label of the thing? So for now there's no label, so I'm gonna put just dash. The position should be position. The button, the size should be tile size. That's fine. And I think I grabbed not the correct button. Yeah, that's it. So if, yeah, let's put void, but if we click on it, we're gonna print some stuff on the terminal. Boom. That's it. Oops. First click on tile. And that's it. That's actually it. So now we need to call this function, but we also need to create a player. So how to do that? How to do that? So tester we're not gonna using the discard pile for now. I think that's how you do that, and everything else is empty. So what we can do is to just say const p player entity is equal to this thing, and then we can just drop this, and in here we're gonna call draw player. Compile time. Let's go. File not found. Unable to load. So game, minigames, Mahjong, main.zig. Is it because of Nix being stupid?
I don't know.
No, it's because you wrote mini mages.
Mini mages. Oh, I did. Thank you, Marinho.
See, you were blaming Nix, and you could probably be right. So
Hilarious, right?
You blame me.
Hilarious. 27 on main. 27. Oh, that's correct.
That reminds me, micro mages sounds like an interesting game.
sounds like a microservices, but with mages.
No, no,
Sounds
no.
like
Get this.
microservices.
Micro mages is it's a modern game. Like I think it was made in the. I can get the actual year. Let me double check that actually because
Oh, this is not
like
gonna work actually.
it's a relatively new game. Um,
I don't have
yeah, it was
STD.
published in April of 2019, and it's an NES game.
NES game. I'm
Yep.
impressed.
Unused function parameter. We're not using the tiles, yeah. Not using the tiles. Not that for now. Game state is also incorrect. So that is correct. Player line 10. Of course. Tiles 47. Value assigned to enum tag with infer tag type. Okay, so Marinho, do I need to tell the enum what's the type?
Um, I guess you can just do a
But how do I do that? Is that
you.
this thing?
No. Parentheses, Lemos.
Oh, parentheses. This
So
thing.
much time with Lisp, and you ignore the parentheses.
I think you can just use a U5 there, actually.
U5 is fine. Uh, there is a typo in the thingy. Yeah, the J. Wait, client.
Actually, you can use a U. You can get away with a U4, in fact.
No field name this thing. What is the name
Yeah,
that I
you
gave this thing?
misspelled Mahjong. You misspelled
No,
Mahjong,
yeah, no,
Lemos.
but I misspelled twice, I believe. Is this the correct way?
That is correct. That is correct.
What I was doing different before? Oh, I probably didn't. I haven't saved it then. No field name this. Wait. Oh, I didn't save this file. Makes sense. Switch must handle all the possibilities. Okay, so that's not chess now. Error union is ignored. Makes sense. The function should not return an error, actually.
Aha.
This can't fail. Expected 15 array elements found 0. Uh, that's not how you do that. I think you do it like this, no? Why don't you help me? Wait, is this the one that requires this thing? Maybe. I don't remember, dude.
1 second. Player.entity. Player.entity. Is that what's the type of that thing?
A struct.
It's a struct. Um, well, if you don't have default values for each
I
field,
do have
then
default values.
do you?
Yeah. So what's the problem doing this way? Expected 15 element. Oh no, it's the other thingy. Where is it? Oh, it's complaining in player. No, this was correct. My bad. Oh, this thing. Yeah, this is expecting to have 15 elements in there. There is a trick, right? That we can do to do that, which is this thing. And we just
Yeah, but
say,
then you are saying that the default tile is whatever.
but it is kind of whatever at the moment, though.
No. Like you are basically saying, okay, to have a player, there is a default hand for a player,
Yeah.
which doesn't actually make sense.
Well, for now it does, 100%, because I just want to print stuff on the screen right now. Well, I guess we could remove it from here then, and just put that in here. So hand, and throw it in here.
You can use an undefined there, actually, since we're going to initialize it here.
We won't actually. This is not initializing the tiles. This is initializing the buttons, which is a different thing. But I don't need the tiles for now though. Hand size is not marked as pub. Pub. Next. Okay, so it's not named menu assets, apparently. Menu assets. Oh, it's inside menu. I see. So menu that I didn't remove the song apparently. Magetta, you there?
Yeah, that looks promising.
can see my mouse.
No, I can't.
That's
Nope.
so fucked, man. Okay. Okay, this worked. That's nice. So now I need to remember what's the trick that I did to make it centered. So do you want the position to be on the same positions of the spells, Magita?
If I want the what?
Do you remember the video, the original thing? When you spawn in a world, you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the bottom.
Yes.
Do you want the tiles to be on those same spots?
I think no. They should be more up to the center, right? Because you still
Okay.
have the. If we want to copy the interface from the other game, we still have to allow the player to know the automated options they can take, right?
Okay. Uh, we can work on that. We can work on that. I also want to increase the padding a little bit. So where is the thing? Oh, I didn't click any buttons. I should try. And you should also remove the music. Oh yeah, definitely works. Yeah, this is nice. Okay, now let's center this shit.
Shade.
Uh, so how did I do that?
Mm.
That's the thing about doing these things. I don't remember how I did them. Oh, I did it like this. Okay, I did it like this. So yeah, okay. Let's copy this thing. Let's copy that. So this is X, this is Y, and I need the width and the height, but that's easy. So const with game state width, const height, game state height. And then here's the size, but we don't have that, so it's tiles, tile size, and this is the same. So tiles, tile size. But Mageta said that he wants a little bit up. So
Yeah, like more or less the same idea of the other, right?
so let's
So we can
multiply
have
this
some
by
options
2
in the bottom.
and see what the heck happens. Okay, so something is wrong. Something is wrong. But do you want upper? Like higher?
I think so because here's what I mean. You know the automated options that were on the game screenshot.
Yeah.
We should have space to put them there, right?
Yeah. We should.
So I just found a very silly thing, and I don't know if I should post it on random or memes.
Well, feel
If
free.
that's the case, then memes, right? Micro mages. That reminds me of things
Reminds you of things.
like
Well,
microservices.
we have a new meme in the server.
Let me check that out.
Tier list.
The recursion on that. Okay, I'm getting tired. Mario, help me please. We need to do the math. We need to do the math to know how to
Hmm.
put the pieces centered. So we know that this is the start, right? We know that. We need also to subtract something divided by 2, but this is wrong because we need to multiply this. We need to do that plus the padding, right? And multiply that by the how many we have. Am I am
Uh,
I am I saying stuff correctly?
Let's see. You have the tiles, position. Tile size plus the padding. Is the padding between each tile as well?
Yeah, because we want the entire thing to be centered, right? The entire thing.
No, 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 no. Is there padding between each tile in your hand, Lemus?
Is there padding between each tile? Yes. This.
Okay. Mm. So the position is we start at the center and then we subtract.
Half of how many pixels it took to draw the entire thing horizontally.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that checks out.
Okay, Magenta, again. Higher?
Hmm? A higher.
Okay. And I will also do a thing. Is playing higher.
I
So
don't like how Clojure uses false and true instead of new and t.
that's fair.
Actually, it's worse than that because there are two falsy values in Clojure. There's false and new.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's funny.
it's very misleading. Okay, so Marinho, remind me again.
Obrigado, Hitchhiker.
What, Bene?
Obrigado, Hitchhiker.
Thank you. This is the entire, like, we count from zero, like, you can see my mouse, so the beginning of the screen in height is zero, and then the bottom, like the very bottom, is the total value of the height.
Yes.
So if we do height divided by 2, we are on the middle of the screen, and if I
Yes.
subtract, I'm going up, right?
Yes.
I'm going up, but I don't want to go up. I want to, I want to
Break
go down a
free
little
here.
bit, just a tiny bit.
I
Lost
want
the chance
to
just to
break
listen.
free.
Is this high enough?
Mario
Magenta.
gets it. That's too high. No.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
too
because you
high.
need space in the middle
Yeah,
of the screen as
to
well.
discard the tiles. Yes.
Oh, so then I think the thing that I was doing before was better then. I was doing, I think I was doing shit like this. Huh?
That's too low.
Ah,
Man, like look at the image you sent here. That's exactly that.
ah. Um, maybe this is enough. A little bit higher. What about now?
That's better.
Okay. What about the size of the tiles?
They're too small, I think.
Okay. So how much bigger do you want them to be?
Double the size, I think.
Sure. But now they are too high, right?
They are too high, yes. But the size is great, I think.
Okay. That's very cool. That's very cool. Uh,
Do
cool.
we have full screen, by the way?
What?
Do we have full screen?
Yeah, I am in full screen.
No, I mean like if you press
Oh
F11.
no, I
does
need
it
to.
go?
That's a Raylib thingy. I need to discover how to do that. Is this good?
I think it's still a little bit down.
Okay. Yes, but we can habilitate full screen.
I think 1.5 maybe. Oh no, that's good. That's good.
Okay. So I have a proposal. What about we make the suits make the buttons with different colors?
Why?
Because I find a little bit unnecessary that the only hint of color in this is the very tiny thingies. Like to me, the entire piece should be bamboo color instead of having the bamboo symbols.
But then you will lose contrast between the bamboo and the tile.
No, then we change the color of the symbol. I'm just saying that I prefer a gigantic green tile than all of them being white and then only the tiny little bit
I
pieces
mean,
of
they're
them.
white for a reason, right?
Oh, they have a reason to be white.
Yes,
Oh.
because if each one of them is colored different ways and specifically in a way, then you would know what kind of piece it is. But since we are rendering in a game, we could opt to not show it, but I think it would be weird for the other players not to see,
Wait, I
like
don't
if they
follow
would.
what you said before. Are you telling me that no man, only the front would be colored. Everything else could be the same so you can't know by looking at the like
Man, like, what's the point of making them not white? I don't follow. It's just gonna be counting anyway.
it's just harder for me to look at. I need to make more mental effort.
To count.
Not to count, to check, oh, this suit is the bamboo one.
So the fact that it's a bamboo drawn on the tile is not enough.
Yes, that's
No, I
it
didn't
doesn't
say
sound
it's not
enough.
enough. I can still identify it. It's just more effort.
Oh,
And I
but
don't
the
see
way
the
Marin
gain of
said,
doing so.
oh man, I'm sorry. The way Marin said was amazing.
That's fine. I'm just saying like why they like I don't understand, but that's okay. I don't need to understand this part of the game. Okay.
Shapes, Lemos. The answer is shapes. The shapes are very different.
Yeah, shapes are more complicated than colors. That's obvious to me. But okay. That's fine. Which part should we go next? We already have the tiles. Which part should we go next?
Um, we'll draw the other players, right?
Oh, draw the others.
And then the graveyard, I think.
I have a thing. Do you guys want to attempt to make these? Are we gonna make the tiles in 2D or 3D drawing?
I think 3D will look cuter.
Okay, so let's try. So I
3D.
have a thing about because I think it may be possible to easily do that. It may be. I'm not entirely sure. So textures. I don't. That's not about it. Yeah, shapes. But we want like a 3D. Like I don't want to do this by hand though. How would you call such function, Marinho?
Hmm.
Isn't it this? Draw cube?
I mean, they're not cubes, right? They're
No, no, no.
rectangles.
But I can control the width and the height and not make
Right,
it a cube.
right.
But it
So why is
sounds
it
like.
called a cube?
Yes,
Well, maybe because the name is shorter. Maybe.
I think they thought, okay, people are not gonna search for rectangles; they're gonna search for cubes. I don't know.
No, but the name of the 3D rectangle is in Portuguese is
We gotta do
paralelepípedo,
an
right?
amazing animation, by the way, of you picking like an anime. You pick the piece when you're gonna beat the game, and then you throw it on the table, and then there's fire like coming out of that. Just saying.
Fire coming out of it.
Yeah, just be prepared.
Okay, so I think we should try to draw. You know what sucks though? This effect is just for 2D buttons. We don't have 3D buttons. And I kind of like the effect of hovering. Okay, are you supposed to see the other players hovering their pieces?
Um,
Probably not.
yes, likely not. Very good idea.
Okay, so are we gonna make them? My proposal is let's make our the players' pieces in 2D and everything else is in 3D then, because then I don't need to rewrite the buttons to be 3D. Cool.
Okay.
That's cool. So now, what we're gonna do? We're gonna draw the other players, as Magita said. We need other players. Um, we need other players. So draw players. Draw players. We're gonna receive the game state, and we also should receive a bunch of other players. Actually, you can only play this game with 4 players. There's no way to go above or below that.
Yes, only 4.
Only 4. Okay. So in this case, I can explicitly say that then. There's 3. There's 3, and they are player entity. Players. They are that. And we're gonna do void stuff. So the first thing is probably to get this thing, because I'm gonna draw them according to the size, the current size of the screen. Um, so 4 players P. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let me just double check. Okay. So now we need the Raylib function. Are we gonna draw the cubes, only the edges of the cubes? Or are we gonna draw the entire cube? What makes the most
Um,
amount of sense?
I f- edges of the cube. What do you mean?
Yeah, the edges, the arestas.
What do you mean draw just them? That's what I don't get.
Uh, uh, imagine that you have like a border, right? You know when you
Mm-hmm.
have like a shape and then you want to put the border on the shape? Raylib calls those things wires. I call them edges.
Oh, I see.
So they have 2 functions in here. They have draw cube
Mm-hmm.
and they have draw cube wires, which basically makes only the edges of the cube. My understanding is that each piece in 3D will be 2 cubes like glued together, because there's the white part and the other color part.
Actually, they're normally just the same thing. It's just for the table. Uh, well, depends on the league and not to mix the pieces from different things.
Wait, but in here you have 2 colors. Do you agree?
Yeah, the second doesn't matter actually. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's just the back of the tile. They chose
Yeah.
to make it like not white for some reason.
There are transparent Mahjong pieces as well, by the way.
Wow. Yeah, but for now, let's just draw 2 cubes. I think it's gonna be easier. 2 cubes. So this and this. Here's the thing though. Each player has its initial position completely different, right? Because one of them we draw stacked vertically, right? So these ones, then these
Mm-hmm.
ones. And the other one we stack them horizontally. So maybe it's not worth making a for loop, because we're gonna do completely different things. So um, maybe internal functions. So like draw left player. Maybe that's how we should do that. Maybe
I guess.
player. So it's player entity. And then this one will have a specific like starting thing. And then in here we're gonna do a for loop. That's correct, because we're gonna do over the hand of the guy. We're gonna do over the hand. So this is gonna be p hand, and then this is gonna be a tile. This is gonna be a tile. And these guys they can't be buttons. So that's good. So then we're gonna do this thing, and then this thing, and again, these we're gonna stack vertically. So the first one needs to go all the way on the top. This one needs to go all the way on the top. Um, let's copy this thing and put it in here. So what should be the initial position? It should be very glued to the left side of the screen. So I'm gonna put 50 for now, and this thing should be very high. So maybe like 10. So let's do it like this. Then you're gonna draw the first cube, which is gonna be white. Right. So I'm actually gonna even put here Raylib color white. And let's put the other color, our color, the dark color. So this one, that. And then comes the, oh, this is a vector 3 position. Uh, I'm actually not sure. Marin, does it make sense to have a, what do we put on the Z then? You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
I think it needs to be like this, like we do with the other thingy. Do you
Also,
think?
you probably need to be able to figure out the world position in terms of the screen position as well, right?
Oh, do you mean translating the 3D to 2D stuff?
No, I mean the other way around, because you want to draw the cubes on particular places of the screen, right?
Yes.
So you need to be able to say, okay, in the 3D world, given the current camera, the
No, no,
2D
no, but
position in the
that's what I don't want. I don't want to mess around with the camera and all that shit. Do you think all of these functions assume that you are drawing in 3D mode? That's gonna suck ass, man, because you don't have a camera.
Why would they not? They draw 3D things.
Well, I guess you're right. Okay, so what do you recommend then? Because, like,
Uh,
you understand the hassle that this is gonna be just because of that?
well, we could just draw squares or rectangles, I guess.
Okay, so let's drop the cubes and let's just do it the profile image by hand. That's fine. So draw rectangle V. That's what we want then. So where it is? Here it is. So this one is the color white, and this one is color palette primary. And then we can just do that. Oops. So we do it like this. Then we put the position. Ooh, we're also gonna need size. So what's gonna be the size of profile point of view of the tile? It can't be that much smaller than this thing. So what about the height being the same? So this. But let's make the half as big. So just this. So then you do it like this. The size never changes, so it's const. Then here's the thing. We move the y. We move the y. Not the y, the x. Yeah, we're gonna need to save this because we're gonna need to backtrack later. So this is gonna be default x. Let's put 10. So default x. Uh, so what are you gonna add? You're gonna add the size this, then you draw it again, and this size is actually a little bit different as well. So there is a two sizes because the white part and the colorful part. So this is gonna be the white, the size white, and this is gonna be the size color. And this should be smaller, as far as I remember. It should be smaller. Yeah, there's more white than color, so this should be like 10. So white here, color there. And after we do that, we need to say that the position x is equal to default x, and then we need to drop a tiny bit, a tiny bit. Let's say 20. And that should be kind of it, actually. That should be kind of it. So then we can just not do that and do drop left player game state and p. Is that it? That's the question. 24. Uh-huh. We are not using the width and the height yet. Makes sense. And it's also complaining that this should be probably that. Uh-huh. Then on line 31, unused capture. Yeah, for now this is going to be unused. We're not going to use that right now. 68 and 67. I mean, it's not wrong, but Marinho, ideas to improve it?
Let me see. Ah, that looks. Oh, I mean, yeah, certainly, but at least we have perspective.
You know what we need? We need
What?
some space between the tiles. Or a border, maybe.
Border is an option, but let's try spacing first. So do you mean space when you are vertically stacking them on top of each other?
Yes, because otherwise that looks like a single
A
monolithic
single,
slab.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I actually take that what I said back. Let's try to add borders first because the borders maybe will help with the perspective. Because right now the colors are kind of like fused together, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I also think it's a little bit too much glued to the border of things. Okay, so how to add borders? There is a function. Yeah, draw rectangle lines. Draw rectangle lines. And we probably want to use the one that provides access to the thickness. Right. Provides access to the thickness. So it's gonna be this thing. The border. The border can be, I don't know, man. Let's use black for now. The thickness can be 2. And now we need to make a rectangle. So rectangle.
Wow, I really modified and made a whole feature at the Emacs library just now.
Wait, you were doing eLisp right now?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
That's cool, man. So X. What should be the X of
See,
this
my
thing?
my excuse, my excuse is that we're gonna need this to develop the Mahjong game because I'm gonna do it on Emacs, not on the Beaver, because I'm crazy.
But I don't, man. No, I don't use the beef anymore.
Can I just remove it from the flake and drop the Java dependency?
Oh yeah, you can make a PR for that. Make an issue as
Please
well.
do it. Marin seems very eager to just drop Java.
Yeah, because like it's not really a secret, but I like Clojure despite Java, not because of it.
What if was Clojure on .NET? There was a branch for that, I think.
There is that, yes. Ideally, I would want something more like um, Clojure running natively, but like I guess there's Jank, but well,
That
the name
name
is
is just
terrible.
awesome, by the way. Yeah, I was about to say the name is amazing. Okay, is this
Folks, I
better?
will.
They are still
No.
kind of fusing together at the bottom.
I can,
Very
yeah, but
much.
I can see the perspective. Like this is a single piece.
Folks,
Well,
I
you
need to
guys
talk
can see
to.
my mouse. Let's, fuck.
I need to have a meeting now. I'll be back if you guys are still here in like 30 minutes.
Okay,
Okay, good meeting.
Thank you.
Is this
good
work
luck.
stuff?
Not really. It's the other stuff that I will not mention on the live. But yeah,
Sure. Go there.
somewhat.
See ya.
Be right
See
back.
ya.
So, can you see the perspective here, Marinho? I can see the perspective, but like,
Yeah, I can kind of see it. The problem is that the like 4 or 5 tiles at the bottom are still kind of fused together.
no, no, no. They are. That's the thing, man. You can see my mouse, right?
No.
Oh man, that's so fucked. Okay, so the continuous piece is a single piece, dude. It's not 4 or 5. You are looking it by the side, right? There is a little bit of an angle, so you can see the other pieces like enfileirado.
Oh, I see. I see. Those are like okay.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
see the
I
problem?
get it. I think I get it.
So I want to make like this, but in here it's so much more natural for some reason. In here, I think it's because there's some lighting.
There's that, but also the point of view here is a bit more like a bit more top down. It's not like straight up from the sides the way we have right now.
It is more top down. You were correct on saying that. You are correct on saying that. So how should we fix it?
Hmm. I'm not sure actually.
You are not sure.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we give up on drawing tiles and draw a piano instead. Yeah, we have the right colors at least.
Piano instead. No,
Uh,
man, there should be
slightly
a
more.
solution. There should be a solution for this.
Well, we could just try to change the perspective, maybe? Like make the pieces shorter and the tops a bit larger.
There are no tops, man. Well, there are tops in this perspective as well, but it's kind of I don't know how to explain that. But I can do what you want. You want to increase this, and you want to make the pieces smaller. You said.
Yeah, like shorter a little bit.
So let's put it, I don't know, 70. There.
That's much better.
Really? But again, you're not looking completely top down. The last piece on the bottom there, that you're looking by the side.
Which is probably fine actually.
Okay. So let's keep it like this. Let's keep it like this. Um,
Well, the
So
other side is just a mirror of this, right?
it is just a mirror of this, but I don't want to just copy paste it. So I want to think about how to do it kind of properly. But I want also to get away from the from being glued to the border of the thing. So let's put, I don't know, 150. Maybe that's enough. Is that enough?
That's not the question you should be asking, Lemos. The question is that enough if we change the aspect ratio to be narrower?
Well,
Because like
yes.
your monitor, because like your monitor is very wide, right?
Yeah, no, but look, it's fixed, so it's gonna be glued there forever.
Uh,
I think this
yeah,
is enough actually.
that it's probably enough, but it might be a problem for people with smaller screen sizes.
That's fine. I also want to check the sizing, considering that we are also doing this type of thing. I'm checking the other thing. Yeah, it's very fine. Very fine. I just don't like that it is kind of like too big our pieces in comparison to the other player. You know what I mean?
Uh, I guess.
Well, anyway. So I think that's we already reached the 2 hour mark, so I'm gonna stop the recording.
Bye, future people and present people.